Listen, I'm a second-generation immigrant in this country. My parents came here in the early 1980s, have contributed a great deal, I'd like to think. And so nobody knows better than I the invaluable contribution that migration can have to a country like the UK. But the sheer size and the scale of the population explosion that we have seen is absolutely unfathomable. During the 14 years of Tory rule, they exploded the size of the population by 6.5 million net new people, having promised in their 2010 manifesto, their 2015 manifesto, and their 2017 manifesto to bring net migration down to the tens of thousands. And in doing so, they left office with fewer hospital beds in the United Kingdom than where they started. And I'll tell you what, this has real consequences. Last year, according to the Office of National Statistics, 57,000 British people lost their lives due to undue waiting times in accident and emergency. These are third world numbers. This is unbecoming of a country as great as ours. So yes, we can get into planning and zoning, but ultimately we have to freeze net migration for a number of years, not forever, but for a number of years until we build enough infrastructure to cope, so that people don't live in fear. Tens of millions of people in this country are petrified of getting sick, lest they have to have contact with, unfortunately, the National Health Service that I love, my family loves, and I know everybody watching at home loves as well. Reform is the only party that is willing to be honest about this situation. We will freeze migration for a number of years, and then we will build enough infrastructure to cope. And that is the only way we will improve living standards and quality of life for the British people.
If you freeze migration, where will you get the people to build the infrastructure?
Well, this is unfortunately, this is just an untruth that is peddled. If we look at the last 6 years, 3.1 million net new people arrived in the country. Do you know what percentage of those came in on work visas? 16%. Dependents, families, students. You could, and again, I say this as someone who has heard at the dinner table for most of my childhood all of the stories of frontline NHS workers from my parents. The reality is you could restaff every doctor and nurse in the National Health Service with just last year's net immigration number. So listen, we're talking about net migration here. Around 400,000 people a year sadly leave the United Kingdom. We will still issue visas to truly the brightest and best, people who will contribute to the economy immediately, people willing to come and invest millions of pounds in this country and to where there are specific skill shortages.